Hi, it's Regina from Eat Travel Life. Today we're dehydrating mushrooms. Let's go ahead and get started. Here are the things you're going to need. The dehydrator and the vacuum sealer is going to be important, along with the mushrooms. And you're going to want to wash your mushrooms and then cut them into quarter-inch slices, quarter-inch thick, not the size itself, and then lay them out on the dehydrator. You're going to see some of ours are a little bit thicker. That's going to If you don't cut them in quarter-inch pieces, it's going to take it longer to dehydrate. And look how much they shrank after being in the dehydrator. You want to dehydrate them at 135 Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 hours or until they're dry if they're too thick. You can then just start putting them in your jars. I like to use my canning materials because it's easy to get those mushrooms slid in there, and you can press them down in there. You're going to want to give yourself a little headspace so that the seal doesn't have any pressure on it once it's put on. It is very important to ensure that these are dry when you dehydrate. If they are not dry fully, you run the risk of your seal coming off. Even if you vacuum seal, they will pop off. How do I know? I had a couple that did that, and we had to dry out the mushrooms a little bit longer. Let me know in the comments what you plan to do with your dehydrated mushrooms. Ours are going to be used in sauces and making our own cream of mushroom soup in the future, but I'm just putting them in jars at this point until we can figure out what we're going to do, when we're going to do it. Here's another tip. If you have a vacuum sealer, mine is USB charged, so make sure yours is charged as well when you go to use it. Otherwise, it may not seal well. And then I just put mine on with the seal and turned it on and let it do its thing until it made noise that I knew it was done. And then I can remove it, check to make sure that the jar is sealed, and repeat that for all the jars. I had gotten my uh, mushrooms through Flash Foods. It's an app on your phone where you can find food that is expiring soon. So I was able to snag this at a great deal as well. I ended up with 9 pint jars of dehydrated mushrooms. Now you can put them in bigger jars if you want. You can use the food saver bags if you want to do that. You can even put them in smaller bags or jars depending on how you want to portion them. I just chose pints. You can see that the sealer is doing its thing. It's making a whole bunch of noise. Thank you. You're welcome. I turned it off so you didn't have to hear all the noise. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite type of mushroom? Make sure that you date and label them so you know how long and how old they are. I will link the jar vacuum sealer below. It is a game changer for me. It has one for regular mouth and it has for wide mouth as well. And it's pretty easy to use with the USB charging. And I can't stress enough about making sure it's charged and to do several jars because I had to stop, let it charge, and keep going. Once you have all your jars sealed, you will want to, like I said, label them and date them, and then store them in your pantry in a cool, dry place so that you can use them up and put them on all your delicious dishes and in your dishes. Do you put them in spaghetti? Do you use spaghetti sauce with mushrooms? Here you go. You just got maybe add a little water to your sauce and it'll hydrate your mushrooms. And you can give your mushrooms a little chop too so they're not full pieces. I don't know. Do you like what size mushroom is a good size mushroom? Should they be finely chopped or whole or no, not whole? Should the mushrooms be in pieces? So check to see if there's any debris on anything that might be causing problems for it to connect. And see how I changed the jars from that one to the one that I poured them in. It was not sealing properly. It just wouldn't seal on that jar. So I checked the seal because it is silicone. I checked to make sure there's no debris on either side of it. And after doing that, I could see that the jar wasn't working. So I just swapped jars. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.